So one thing I wanted to point out was specifically what I was trying to get out with my question of asking if you've ever played against a Nunu is like a Nunu can feel like he carries the entire game early game. Oh, and Bent has reconnected. Yeah, but it seems like a
nice move catching on Jinx there. Not gonna get anything out of that invade.
But
no vision going down here.
I actually spot 0 wards being dropped.
No ward. We do have a plant in the bush. Finally, a ward. The first ward has been awarded to the blue side.
That person's gonna have the best vision score in the game.
That would be Pride Stalker.
Okay, the Shen starting on the red. These junglers are going to be on that.
Down some defensive vision for an invade. Looks like.
These junglers are going to be on the opposite side of the map.
Are we going to see the level 2 gank? I really don't. I don't get this. Unless they're looking for a snowball into a flash taunt. Oh no, Bent Pixels. No, Bent Pixels does the right thing. He's hovering the side towards his jungler, and he just saw that Pride Stalker walk through the lane.
Pride Stalker walking right through the lane there.
Yeah.
So
Cyborg looking at about 60% health to Jax's 90. Pretty expected. Kid Trip got the level on him. Will we see a dive here?
This Zach's gonna be up a camp for a while. And that was a bit of a waste of time from the Shen there.
I agree. I don't think you ever looked for that level 2 gank there. I understand their idea. They really wanted to combo, but like if you're pushing the wave as Nunu, Ben Pixels will happily sit under tower and not walk up.
I don't like what Pride Stalker's doing here. We should already know that Zach's going for a full clear top side.
And there's no way you dive this set. That would be unwise. But good.
Pixels, will he escape? Nice escape here by Ben Pixels. Gonna come out of there with about 200 health.
Neon's got some dominance going on.
Snowball.
Really good development.
Yeah, I was thinking that's how they
have the CS Zach.
I don't think the Kate Zyra can punish too heavily just because of the Tompkins.
It comes down to you have to attack the Tom catch. Oh, it's a cheat chain, but again, you're ganking a set.
The set's never dying here.
However, I don't think that's the idea of the gank. I think they wanted to get him low so that Kid Trip could set up an effective freeze and make this CS discrepancy even more because of the way the wave is positioned. Good damage.
Looks Cyborg will be unable to step up until that Dorn's shield heals him a bit more.
Yeah, because
it's not just the gank. It's not, you know, the ganks are not always about getting the flash. It's not always about getting the kill. It's about laying down the pressure, laying down some damage.
This style is a lot different from what we've seen from Pride Stalker's Evelyn. He's not being nearly as aggressive, or not aggressive. I'm not gonna say so.
Walking up into the ward, but set is a bit too far for that to matter.
Yeah, this was what that original gank was setting up for.
Here we go. He's gonna wait for that shield. No, and we get a flash. Do we get the kill when the shield goes down? We do. First blood, and Shen is going to die for that. Really good
100%.
trade.
I would never ever do that. You've already got the flash. This set has to back. His wave is already in a screwed up position. You've already helped your Jack so much. I don't think you should have traded 1-for-1 there. I would just count that as
he's not getting this XP off the freeze, and that wave is going to bounce back anyway.
I don't think it is going to bounce back. I think Kid Trip did a really good job setting freeze in this top lane.
The craziest part about this game is that Edath is actually out jungling Price Stalker. Even though Edath is just full clearing, he's just power farming, he's out jungling him. Because Price Stalker is wasting a lot of time and he has a huge camp disadvantage.
Well, you kind of have Pride Stalker losing to himself here, but
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, actually.
getting that first blood is going to do a bit for the mental here. Top lane, we're going to get a reset to Zyra. Skelly.
Oh, you got a gank on mid.
Oh, no. JT Ripper just priming the...
Big damage from Neon. Almost forces out the Zac passive.
Yeah.
And finally on the reset. Okay.
So Alcar is pointing this out. Like, there is a huge CS discrepancy. No, perfectly set up by Kid Trip and Pride Stalker because of the way they manage the wave and
Milk Cyborg looking
believes
at
that.
12 CS. That is a...
He had a bit of a freeze on him early game.
Less than 2 CS a minute here.
Yeah. But equally, I want to point out the CS discrepancy in the bot lane.
Taunting whiffs on the Zac.
I don't think
Actually-
Footy Blue has actually backed yet, but
Hardly any CS discrepancy on the bot lane. Tom Kench has almost as much CS as... Well,
will it be the triple for Ben Pixels? The passive does it for him. Will this be a pickup on Footy Blue?
I'm not
Yes.
sure. I'm not sure what
taking-
Neon and Price Stalker were thinking. They're taking a 2v2.
taking the 7-minute quadra, that will secure the Drake. Edath
100%.
showing up, stealing the quadra from Ben Pixels. Such a terrible thing to do for your teammate.
Yeah.
Showing here. You can't. Looking at a 1-0 and Edath with the first dragon for Edath. First game.
Yeah,
Good
so
job.
I think that was just really well set up by Zealot and JT Ripper. They were just simply winning the lane really hard. They had a CS discrepancy as well as they got a good back, forcing Footy Blue to join that fight with just a Doran's Blade. Like, there's no way they would have won that fight. And not only did that help out their entire team by starting the dragon stacking and just putting their bot lane ahead, it also now turned the Nunu's power into, you know, not that much, because Ben Pixels picking up 3 kills and an assist is going to allow him to have the damage to shove these waves back.
Exactly.
In the top lane, he's going to spot that pink. He's priming up anyway, going in. Gonna see a little ward hop from Kid Trip.
That's a nice disengage.
He will not be tripped up by that Zac. Finally, we'll get the wave to push back to him. Maybe. Maybe.
Jack's got some dancing shoes on, able to avoid that gank. Where's
We're gonna
Neon?
go for a little Herald sneak here.
As a Nunu, you never want to get shoved in here. Your champion starts to feel useless if you're sitting at your tower.
Yeah, it's just what you talked about. Honestly, they don't even need to roam up Ben Pixels to this Herald, but they did it for safety, which allows Neon to get a push and maybe look for something. But
There's no one for him. No one for him.
Just
Nothing for him to do.
back and reset. He might regret that if they drop this Herald mid lane.
so
Looks
I
like
do
he's
like-
gonna hold on to that for a bit. He's gonna need something better to go off of. Top lane gonna be a weak pick, unfortunately, for him to drop the Herald. But it's more importantly that they took that from Pride Stalker. in the
Agreed.
first place. Looking at a 1-5 game though. Klepto definitely
1K gold
Lead
advantage
here.
for Klepto.
bot lane looking even. Slight advantage, obviously, to Kleptomania with Zyra getting the assist.
Probably thought with decision making early really set him behind in this game.
But here comes the Shen ultimate.
Got
Will they
the
find
Shen
Edath?
out here.
I guess
That bench
taunts for it,
flash.
but yeah, he has to flash. We talked about how strong Adkins Gate early was going to be, but because of how that early fight went off and going in the favor of Kleptomania, it just, I really don't see the hope anymore.
That 2v2 that they shouldn't have taken. This is just how it felt playing versus your team, Kip.
Really?
We fell behind early game on a team that's supposed to get ahead early, and then the scaling wins out. Neon does get a trade kill here, though.
Yeah, Edath did not have Zac passive.
I believe that did go down earlier in the fight, in the first fight.
Unfortunately for Cheese, not much action is happening in the bot side of the map, so we don't really get to see that much. But Kid Trip going in onto Milk Cyborg, already taking him to half health, but he's set. He should be able to just haymaker his way.
I definitely think that Kid Trip has the potential to 1v9 this game, though.
Well, like I was saying, I think that the Lissandra is simply going to nullify this Jax, because Lissandra is also insanely ahead, and that just helps them.
Not in the team fight, of course. Lissandra will be able to just, unless Zac winds up picking up a QSS, but not in the team fight. Zac can't do much, but the split push, she should be able to be a menace out from the side lane.
Well, again, I'm thinking that the Lissandra is always going to be used to match that Jax.
I don't think Lissandra can do much.
Well, that's the thing. You just nullify the Jax.
We'll have to see. I'm not sure how this plays out.
Again, Kleptomania is just looking to Dragon Stack and force those 5v5s, while, you know, Jax can't 1v5 yet without his items, but Bentix
eating a lot of
forces out the defensive. Ooh, I think Bentix dead here. Wow.
really
Nice
well played
kill
by
from
Neon.
Neon. Very well played. He picks up that 300 gold bounty, and now he's got the 150 on his head.
This was very unwise here.
Underneath.
Nice devour.
Here comes the TP. Yeah, this it actually was a double TP, but Milk Cyborg did the right thing by stopping the recall, but dies for it. This is a 4v3 with Lissandra now joining the fight, but it is too late because they've disengaged. Yeah, they tried to TP and use their TP advantage to turn this into a 5v3, but Milk Cyborg gives his life to stop the TP, which dissuades Adkins Gate from continuing that fight. And then they TP Ben Pixels in to see if they can look for a re-engage, which does not happen, but they take the dragon.
And take that dragon.
This just comes from the bot Mario.
You know, gotta give it up to Milk Cyborg for that play. He is very behind. Doesn't look like he's gonna be impactful in this game, maybe until later. But for someone in such a bad position to make an impact, he really just did all he could right there. That's probably the best thing that we may see out from him throughout the game.
For sure, but I still think that's favorable for ADG here, because even though that TP was canceled, but it forced them to back off, so they wound up saving their tower.
That tower, they saved the tower for now. That tower will go down. They will get the gold for it, but that mountain drake is not coming back. And they Klepto secured that, and that's the biggest thing that they could do in the fight.
Well, the gold lead is still sitting at about a 1k difference. It's been this way since about that first skirmish.
Yeah, so we are 15 minutes in, and we are actually looking at a gold lead. Oh, Neon finds a snowball, but here is Edan to, you know, counter gank. But then here comes Sprite Stalker. He's looking for the re-engage.
Stalker coming in for the...
Yeah, it's about exactly a 2k gold difference top lane.
Is it a
Okay,
counter
true.
gank? It's like a counter to a counter gank. Getting ganked by your own laner.
5.8 to 3.8.
Yeah. I thought Milf Cyborg was dead for that. He should have been dead to rights. Okay, so what I was going to point out was at some point you have to swap top and bot or mid and bot. Like this set cannot answer. Uh oh, Kitra finds Edath. Edath gets the jump over the wall.
That was a nice
And Pixel getting found by Neon. The snowball is going. He's gonna connect the snowball. He gets frozen under tower. Ben, why
Yeah,
not
that
just do it
doesn't.
yourself?
Ben has to ult himself there. Oh wow.
Yeah, he's like, oh, last time I ulted myself, it didn't work out. Ooh, good interruption. Knockup's gonna find two. Kid Trip running for his life. Kalen ult.
Neon.
Spike is matches.
Second kill
Wow,
on
that was a
Sandra.
bent hand from
He's
Vita.
still got the ult. Not gonna get him out of there. Kid Trip gonna make it away with his life. That is the luxury of being a Jax. Popping the Zac passive in this fight here. Tom Kench gonna get everybody away.
And this should be their Herald. They don't have the TP on Jax.
They make it out with their life, but they sacrifice the Herald.
You know, I would love to see a Riley's Crystal Scepter on the side of this Zyra. I think that getting the that slow on these 4 melee champions will help provide even more appeal for this Caitlyn and the Sandra's fights. But JT Ripper getting found out. Gets ulted by Ben Pixels. Will not go down. Neon having to flash out of there.
We're gonna have to see if Caitlyn's gonna need more. You know, looks like she has a lot. Hasn't died so far. She's ahead on CS.
Caitlyn's
She's
such a strong champion.
one kill up on the Jinx. We'll see how that translates into the late game, but the hunting guys building into Leandry is gonna be big for Zyra. They're gonna need all that frontline damage.
Yeah, Cheese does bring up a good point. Every single jungle epic monster has gone over to the side of oh, Ben Pixel getting engaged on. Kitra finds the stun, here's Neon.
Yeah, I think this happens every time on the side lane. You're just gonna send the Nunu and the Shin down there. Nobody can match him.
Ben Pixel simply just needs to stay under tower.
Yeah, yeah.
I think just the opposite.
I think he still gets dove though, with the Shin on.
We've seen the opposite effect of the Nunu versus Syndra that I thought. You know, I figured that Bent would have that adjustment in the early game, but it seems to be going backwards for him. It seems that Neon is adjusting to him, taking him under tower 3 times now. 3rd time with the assist, throwing that extra gold to Kid Trip. Now get 200 gold bounty. Gonna dive again.
All 5 members are at the bot lane.
2-0 and 2. Kid Trip makes it out. 30% health.
He pushed his gold lead up to 3.5k over the top lane.
But they're gonna trade it for some damage to the top and mid lane towers. Kate looking like she might get this tower if it's not answered here by Tom.
So I like the proactiveness that Active's Gate is having, sending all 5 members into the bot lane. And
Yeah,
they were able to do a lot, but they almost traded like both top and mid tower, which I'm not sure I would call worth.
Not worth it in the fight alone, but they're gonna pick up that first Ocean Dragon.
They had no other choice.
Yeah,
With the
I
four-man front line, a 4 Ocean Soul would be huge for that team. It would definitely be considered a win condition if they can pick up these next dragons.
Yeah, both teams would love to have this Ocean Soul, and Active's Gate have stopped the dragon stacking so far. But
You
it
got a
comes
lot
down
of,
to
got a lot of promise on the mid and top lane from Athens Gate, but their macro is not going unpunished. Anywhere that their lane's punishing down on the map, Klepto is answering somewhere else. And in the early phases, it has been a Herald, has been a Dragon, another Herald, another Dragon. But now we're seeing that opposite swing, starting to see it swing towards towers. We'll see where they go from here.
I like the attempt by Pluty there.
yeah.
Neon knocking them down. Not enough to kill him, but it takes Zyra out of the fight. She's got him back here. Zealot healing up.
Ooh, Zila actually gets found by that one. Has to flash out. They do CC chain on Neon, but he gets devoured by Tom Kench. And Shen ulted on top. Neon getting with the ultimate. Yeah.
Caitlyn spills out of that turret range. Taking Zac down another notch. Caitlyn's gonna lay down the damage. Her ultimate gets blocked by Neon, who's low on health. He consumed his way out. All this damage going down to the front line of At Doom's Gate, and they're just healing it off. If they can keep this Jinx alive, they're
And here comes Neon with the snowball.
gonna be their win condition.
Tower living with a sliver of health. So, I think that anti-heal is going to be so important to stop this this Nunu that seems to be living forever, as well as the Jax and eventual lifesteal that comes out. Ultimate's used, but nothing was found.
Well, looks like Zyra, looks like JC Ripper premature blew his load on Nunu.
Yeah, you don't want to blow your load on Nunu. That's just wasted.
Yeah. Because just
I
when
don't
you
like
think
that.
he's about to pop, he's got, you know,
I think
he's got at least another 30 seconds in him.
No, why did they push that wave out? Could have just let that wave crash into. And look to set up a freeze down there.
Looking for an engage by Edith here on the blue. He finds the knockup, get the flash, pulled back in, knocked up, and they should find Neon here. Knight comes down, that's the anti-heal, but they used all of their
Going
CC.
down, TP in from Jax.
What kind of TP was that?
You know, looked like there may have been a fight there, but Klepto just disengaged.
Not to back the fuck up,
After
GP.
seeing Kid Trip TPing in, they're going to respect that Jax. Jax rotating to the top lane. Forcing a reset from Set. That's the set. He's gonna set again.
Yeah.
In his own triangle right there. As he's trying to come back from being so far behind. Doubling his CS since his teleport cancel suicide.
True. But speaking of double CS, Kid Trip sitting at 222 minions. That is a huge margin.
He's been Flame Horizon topside for a minute now.
3k gold lead. Absolutely insane. We do have the dragon, Ocean Dragon spawning in 38.
Don't set Kid Trip short. That's a 3.2k gold lead up there.
3.2k gold lead.
We might have to
comes-
break down the exact math on this. It's not 3.2 exactly. It's 3.2 and change, clearly.
Engaging onto Neon, I don't know if this is the right target.
You cannot fight this.
They do get the CC chain. They take
Okay.
down Kid Trip.
That's huge.
Who takes the ultimate? Black
still
Smash
going
fall,
down.
Neon channeling and ult hits Boy, but that's not enough damage. And that's the ace.
That's just how it goes. This guy doesn't
Ace
have to
going
go
down. Still only a 2k lead. They're going to take the third dragon here. They're going to be at soul point.
I mean, we talked
With
about
the
it.
rotation in mid lane, that tower's definitely going down. He got 2 shots on that thing. And will we see a Baron?
Yeah.
Can be a big question. Maybe that wave might just take out that tower on its own, and it will. And we will see a 25-minute Baron.
I don't know how I feel about this Baron. The respawn timers aren't that long, and it doesn't seem that they're shredding it.
You gotta
Looks
keep
like
this
it's
thing
gonna
back
be
in the
close.
pocket.
They got it halfway down.
I'm
Jinx
calling
is
it.
gonna
Tom
there
Ken's
with
gonna
the
ult into jungler, and they're gonna get a smite skill.
Nope.
I don't like this itemization by K-Trip actually. It looks like he's going for death dance.
A
I
little
would much
too
prefer
early.
it.
Will they be able to back?
Misses the EO.
Wow!
Over, they're gonna get wiped in the pit. No, actually, yeah, 2 spots. Not bad. We got Kate with no Baron.
What a
No.
mistake.
I don't want to flame Zealot, but he just failed to E over the wall on his main champ.
Oh man.
Sucks to suck. That's all right, Zealot. 2-1-4, 200 CS, had a solid game. Right up until there, pretty much ruined your career on that one play.
Yeah. I think it's plays like this that Z-Lot was not on the power rankings. that was toxic. That was
Wow.
some friendly flame going on. Classic Kip toxicity. But again, Z-Lot having a good game, you make mistakes sometimes. I'm glad that he picked up the execution.
You know what?
Yeah, you can definitely eat through that wall. Jeez.
Caitlyn dying with the flash and the heal.
Those were down. I made
They did go back. Okay. Well then, I am a lying piece of garbage.
I don't think I can ever trust you again.
I'm not a trustworthy man. Never have been.
I heard you do make good smoothies.
I did back in my day. My smoothie.
Wait, Blackest Magic almost gets taken
Magic.
out. That was insane.
Using his black magic to get away. Edith going in for the dive to scare them off the tower to finalize that siege. Will we see the first inhibitor go down to this cannon minion?
Black
They're gonna try to
Kid Trip's
poke it out
TP
here.
just coming up, but here's the thing with Baron, you're losing the split push on that Jax because you can't really split push, you know?
Yeah.
Can't
We're gonna have to wait out the turn.
against the Baron.
Oh, here's Neon with the insane flank. He gets 3.
Okay.
Flashing out.
Yeah.
Not
But Lady Blue
I do
went
not
too
like
far.
that flash.
going far for the kill right there. He's gonna learn a hard lesson in staying alive.
Why are they going for him before Kid Trip even here?
Right there.
Here comes Kid Trip though, and he is going to take it. Here comes the TP. They
They
almost burst him down.
Oh, Zealot.
Down.
This is what I was saying.
Triumphs out, looks like.
Wow. Give me the Loot Conqueror. This is going to be a Kleptomania ace.
And this fight goes to show you, as the ADC, you don't want to go in too far for that kill. It's more
They
important
can in here.
that you stay alive and continue the damage. Looks like this game's going to end. You have a 3-second timer on Jinx. She won't be able to answer this on her own. Looks like Klepto is going to have a great showing for EDAP in the jungle.
And
First
Pixel's
time.
TP again.
And they're going to clean this game up. Nice. Great job. Kleptomania.
Impressive performance by Klepto here.